Hello, I'm Dr. Russell Dawn, President of Concordia University Chicago. Thank you for tuning in to today's Cougar Athletics broadcast. We take great pride in the strength of both our athletic and academic programs, which are rooted in our steadfast commitment to Jesus Christ. Dedicated to the liberal arts as a foundation of a high-quality college degree, we believe education should form individuals for service to their neighbors. This makes Concordia Chicago an exciting and fulfilling place to study, work, learn, and grow. Learn more today by visiting cuchicago.edu. Thank you, and go Cougars!
Good evening and welcome to Geisman Gymnasium on this Friday night in River Forest for some NAC women's volleyball action between your Concordia University Chicago Cougars and the visiting Sabres of Marian University. Peter Borkowski on the call with you for tonight's matchup. Both of these teams looking for a conference win to help even up their records. Marian coming into today 2-3 in conference, 5-16 overall. Meanwhile, the Cougars, they're looking at 1-4 within conference play, 6-10 overall. So both teams searching for a big-time win against a conference rival tonight as the two squads take their place on the court. We're going to have national anthem as well as starting lineups for you in just a minute.
head coach of the Sabres is Tyler Will. And now here are the starters for the Concordia Chicago Cougars. The libero is senior number 17, Julia Hale. Junior center number 7, Isabel Ferrandinho. Freshman middle blocker number 10, Lily Hunt. Senior outside hitter number 12, Grace Haywood. Freshman middle blocker number 14, Michaela Wood. Junior outside hitter number 18, Katie Jonas. And freshman outside hitter number 31, Kate Foley. Assistant coach Jackson Smith, and the head coach of the Cougars is Troy Campbell.
Well, there you have it, your starting lineups for the night. Let's run it through one more time for everyone listening at home. For the Marian Sabres, it's number 2, Serena Pichowski, number 6, Riley Shores, number 7, Caitlin Merrill, number 8, Natalie Yankee, number 9, Anna Topia, number 27, Lauren Massey, and the libero for the Sabres is number 12, Reagan Jessica. The head coach of Marian is Tyler Wills. Now for your Concordia University Chicago Cougars starting lineup, it's number 7, Isabel Vernango, number 10, Lily Hunt, number 12, Grace Haywood, number 14, Michaela Levoy, number 18, Katie Stonich, number 31, Kate Foley. The libero for the Cougars, wearing the maroon jersey with gold lettering, is number 17, Julia Beers. Cougars attacking right to left to start out tonight, wearing their white home uniforms, while Marian going left to right to start the night off, wearing their blue uniforms with white sleeves and white lettering. Coming into tonight, Marian coming off a loss against Wisconsin Lutheran in Marian. That was a 5-set match against the WLC for the Sabres. Meanwhile, the Cougars coming in on a bit of a skid right now. They've lost their last 4 dating back to September 24th. That was a loss at Rose-Hulman. Their most recent loss came on this past Tuesday here in Geisman, and they dropped the game against Aurora 3-0. So we're underway here in Geisman. Some nice defensive work from the Cougars right off the bat. Now here goes Marian for the first attack of the game, and they get the kill as that tipped off a couple Cougar fingertips. So Marian takes the early 1-0 lead. Serving is Tapia, excuse me. Now here goes Kate Foley for the Cougars' first point. It's stopped, however, by the libero in white, Reagan Jessica, and it ends up with another Sabres point, and they take a 2-0 lead now. Tapia to serve once again, played by Beers. Vernango sets up Stonich. Great play there by the Sabres, but a good kill there from Lily Hunt. Gets the Cougars on the board for the first time tonight. Coming in to serve now for the Cougars is Sophie Kovakovic, checking in for Kate Foley. '17 service aces on the year for Kovakovic. Almost had one there. A good play by the Sabres to keep it alive. Nice play there by Lily Hunt to keep it alive. Julia Beers doing her part for the Cougars. Katie Stonich, an attempt there, and Isabel Vernango goes for the slam and gets it too. Getting a hand on it was Jessica, but her team couldn't support her, and Cougars have tied things up at 2 now. Kovakovic to serve once again. Kovakovic's serve makes it over the net. Sabres got to play it. And a little flip there from number 8 in blue, but here's number 9, Tapia. And now a strong hit there from Merrill. Curved by Julia Beers. Nice play there by Jessica. Sabres go on the attack again, and it's going to go off some Cougar fingertips before heading out of bounds. So Sabres collect a point out of it. Retake the lead 3-2 now after the 2-point run from the Cougars. Back to serve now, number 24 in blue, Andrea Miller. Nice play there by the defensive specialist, Kovakovic, and a smart attack there from Katie Stonich right over the blocker's hands and into no man's land. So coming in to serve now is the freshman, Brooke Christensen. Christensen, good serve, but Marian on the attack now and gonna get the kill. Serving now is Jessica, the libero for Sabres. Kovakovic to Vernango, sets up Haywood, little floater, batted right back at her by a Sabre. Hayward's gonna go for it again, there's Jessica. Sabres one more time, it hits the top of the net and dies down, Cougar point. And we're knotted up once again at 4. Lily Hunt to serve now for the Cougars. Good serve, played by Jessica off the top of her arms, and mark that as a service ace for the freshman Lily Hunt. Jessica got a bad angle on it, took a bounce off her biceps before dying down, so the Hunt service ace puts the Cougars back in front 5-4. Now here's a set, and that attack from Caitlin Merrill is going to hit the net and hit the floor. Point number 6 of the set for the Cougars. Lily Hunt serving again. Hunt serve just over the top of the net. Awkward hit from Jessica. The Sabres able to recover off of it. Vernango sets up Levoy. No success there. Vernango's going to try it again. This time to Haywood. Good play by the Sabres. Now big block up front. Levoy and Vernango. Sabres able to keep it alive, and this attack goes out of bounds. No Cougar interference. Mark that point number 7 of the set for CUC. They take a 3-point lead now. Lily Hunt serve once again. Just over the top of the net, and it takes a bad bounce off of Jessica's hands. That's service ace number 2 in this series of serves for Lily Hunt. She had 10 coming into the night's matchup, and that's going to force Tyler Wills to call a timeout for the Sabres. So these teams are going to get together, talk things over. The Cougars lead Marian 8-4 here in set 1. Cougar fans, make sure to check out our website, cucougars.com. You can find information about all the athletic teams here at Concordia Chicago, like women's volleyball. All you have to do is click on sports, click on any of the teams you wish to look at. You can find stuff like schedules, stats, rosters, and more. Once again, that's cucougars.com. Well, back here in set one action, Cougars up on the Sabres 8-4. Lily Hunt still back to serve, and that'll end her streak as that serve goes out of bounds. Good series of serves, though, from the freshman. Hunt got 2 service aces out of it. Built this, well, what was a 4-point lead for the Cougars, now stands at 3. Here's the serve from Merrill. Kovakovic plays it, playing it off the nets. Vernango. That was a tough angle for Vernango to come in at. Now, Levoy set up Haywood, who got a big block, and another big block from Marian, and the Marian blockers getting the job done up front. Stonewalling the Cougar attacks, and that's going to lead to another Merrill serve. This one just over the top of the net. Christensen plays it. Vernango now sets up Haywood, sends one over, and a bad hit there from number 24, Andrea Miller. Cougars up by 3 once again. 9 serving 6. Isabel Vernango, number 7 in white, back to serve. Vernango serve is good. Great diving play there, but Levoy sends that over, and Sabre is able to keep it alive. Foley up for Vernango, up for Haywood. Haywood sends that out of bounds. Sabres point, 9-7 the score now. Tyler Wills talking things over with his players coming on and off the court. Wills is listed as the interim head coach of the Sabres. He's got them trailing the Cougars by just 2 right now, as here goes Haywood, a big shot. Sabres able to keep it alive. Now Foley, nice effort there from the freshman. And Haywood, it's still going, but it doesn't keep going long enough for Marian. Cougars get point number 10. First team to hit the double-digit mark here in set 1. Grace Haywood back to serve now. Haywood's already got 2 kills on the night. 2 kills on 9 total attempts, a even hitting percentage of 0, as this one is into the middle of the net. Service error now for number 12 in white. Piowski serve, popped up by Beers. Vernango's going to set up Stonich. Stonich sends it across the court and out of bounds. Tyler Wills had to stop that one on the Sabres bench. It looks instead they're changing their decision. The point's going to the Cougars. Marian was set to serve. Instead, it'll be Julia Beers now. So the Cougars earn point number 11. Must have touched the Marian player on its way out of bounds, because here the Cougars are up 3 once again. Riley Shores goes for the kill and gets it as that ball is off the top of Isabel Vernango's hands and out. Ona Tapia to serve. Tapia's serve, played by Stonich, played by Vernango. Kate Foley's gonna send this, tries to send it over the net. It stays on the Cougars' side, which means it's a 4-touch rule. Misfire there from the freshman out of Milwaukee. Brings the Sabres within 1, 11-10 the score. Tapia popped up high by Stonich. Now Vernango's going to set up Haywood, but play's blown dead. 2-touch called on the Cougars. Tapia to serve once more. Tied game here at 11. Set 1 action. Kate Foley tries to change that. Sabres say not so fast. Now here's an attempt from Merrill. Stonich, big block. It still stays on Marian's side, however. Now going for the kill. Big block from the Cougars now. That was Hunted. Stonich up again. Another big block, but it hits out of bounds. So Sabres earned the point out of it. A couple big-time blocks up front from Stonich and Hunt. That one just wasn't able to land inbounds before finding its way out of bounds. As here's Vernango now, sets up Hunt. No good attempt there. And that one sent into no man's land. Julia Beers almost had a hand under it. Instead, that builds a 2-point lead for Marian. Tapia. Beers pops it up. Here goes Vernango now to set up Stonich off the blocker's hands and out. Cougars point. Back into serve now is Sophie Kovakovic. Kovakovic is served off the top of the net. Tricky play there for Marian. Now a floater. Once again finds its way into no man's land just in front of the reach of Julia Beers. Into serve now, number 24, Andrea Miller. Beers, Vernango trying to assist Katie Stonich, but Stonich's attack a little too much on that one. Out of bounds, Sabres up by 3 now. Miller's next serve, played by Kovakovic. Vernango tries Hunt this time. That one stopped by Miller. And there's a big shot and a big kill from Caitlin Merrill. Andrea Miller now. Beers has to play this to Vernango, who's going to go to Hunt, and Hunt ends the run from the Sabres, gets a kill, point number 13 on the night for the Cougars. It'll be 13 serving 16. Brooke Christensen in to do it for the CUC. Homecoming week here at Concordia, Chicago. Lots of festivities going on all week. Like tonight's volleyball match as Sabres misplay that one and results in Cougars point number 14, that lead down to 2 now. Pep rally today was at 4 o'clock before tonight's game. Tomorrow, a bunch of teams in action. Women's tennis as this serve from Christensen goes out. Women's tennis, women's soccer, women's volleyball all playing tomorrow morning, and then 2:15, the big homecoming football game as the Cougars take on the Regents of Rockford University, and then weekends capped off by the men's soccer team playing Marian's soccer team on Sunday. And now a floater from Hunt, stopped by Jessica. And nice play there by Julia Beers, a falling one-handed dig. And keeps the Cougars alive. Oh, she can't do it again. This one dies on the ground. 18-14, the Sabres lead now. Here's some rhythmic clapping from the Cougars bench, trying to hype their team up as Vernango makes a running play to keep that one in. Christensen had to send a freebie over this, hits the top of the net and bounces right back towards the Sabres. Cougars pull back within 3. Both teams 10 points or less away from the magic number of 25 here in set 1. Hunt, Jessica, Sabres on the attack. Merrill, nice play by Kovakovic. Now Vernango. Haywood's just going to send a free ball over and missed playing. That is number 13, Anya Unger, for the team in blue, which means Cougars get a serve, get a chance to bring this lead down even more. Lily Hunt, and a little flip put right back at her. That was An attempt from Piowski, and Marian still dealing with it. And a great play by Lily Hunt. Grace Haywood now. Kovakovic calls for it. This one almost over the net. Flipped now, and Hunt can't reach that one. Sabres, good volley on that. Get some support from Coach Wills on the sideline. 19-16 is our score here in set one. Geisman Gymnasium. Friday night women's volleyball action. Merrill's serve played by the Cougars. Now Haywood sends an attack over. Unger's right there. The Cougars have another chance, and Vernango's just going to flip that at the Sabres. No good. They were all over it. Vernango now. Haywood. Big shot, and it lands in bounds for the kill. Grace Haywood bringing out the pinpoint accuracy on that strike. That means Cougars back within two. Isabel Vernango to serve. Vernango serve is over. Jessica, nice running, diving play. Here goes Unger, big block up front, still going though. And point goes to the Cougars. They're back within one, 18 serving 19 now. Vernango to do it again. Back and forth affair here in set one. Cougars currently Cougars currently trail by one as this one has a high arc. Unger is coming right back to her. Great play by Julia Beers. Grace Haywood, strong hit. Not good against that Marian defense. Beers a running dig there. Foley now sends an attack over. Marian still fighting. Little flip stopped by Haywood and Levoy. Now a little pushover. Vernango sets up Levoy, who spikes it right into the net. Errant attack there. 20-18 now in favor of the Sabres. Coming in to serve, number 27, Lauren Massey, freshman defensive specialist out of Oswego, Illinois. Her serve makes it over. Beers, high fly by Vernango, and now just playing it over is Haywood. Here goes the strike. Haywood and Levoy got a block on it, and now Vernango, a strong push. Massey, same there. And a big strike. Julia Beers is right there, however. Levoy off the net, but out of bounds off that hit. (21-18) our score here. And that's going to force Coach Campbell to call a timeout for his Cougars. They trail the Sabres 21-18. We'll be back in just a minute to resume set one. Cougars make their way back to the court. They trail the Marian Sabres by 3, 21-18 here late in set one. Friday night women's volleyball here in Geisman Gymnasium on the campus of Concordia University, Chicago. You're watching the Cougar Sports Network. Peter Volkowski on the call with you. Look over some of the stats. 3 players tied for the kill lead right now. Riley Shores, Caitlin Merrill on Marian both have 4, as does the Cougar, Grace Haywood. And Julia Beers, it's a bad hit on that one. So service ace goes the way of Marian. Build that lead up to 4 now, 22-18. Massey's serve, she gave that one all she's got. Here goes Haywood now. Beers has got to send a free ball over. And a little flip over there from Tapia. Not enough to phase the Cougars. Big strike and threading the needle was Sarah Pahowski on that one. Marian 2 points away from claiming set one. 23-18 the score. Massey, Christensen, great save there by Vernango. Keeps the Cougars' chances alive in this volley. And now Vernango got too much in front of that one, not enough under. And that brings us to set point. Marian 24, Cougars 18. Lauren Massey to try and finish things off here for her Sabres. And that will do it. A service ace from Massey ends it as the attempt from Haywood goes into the net. Dies down for point number 25 for the visiting Marian. So that'll do it for set one. Marian takes it 25-18 over the Cougars. We're going to take a break here, then be back to resume set one. Marian leads the Cougars 1-0. We're under a minute away from set two kicking off here in Geisman Gymnasium. The Marian Sabres lead the Concordia University Chicago Cougars 1-0 after their 25-18 set one victory. Look over the box score a little bit. Service errors was the big difference. Cougars totaled 3 service errors in that first set. Meanwhile, Marian was clean, 0 service errors. Both teams did tally 2 service aces, however. Hitting percentage, Marian took that category, 220 to 154. Marian also had 4 more kills than the Cougars, 14 to 10. Some of your stat leaders, Riley Shores leads the match in kills right now with 5. Leading the match in assists is Anna Tapia with 13. And then leading the match in digs right now is the Cougars' Julia Beers. She has 8 on the match through one set. But set two about to kick off here. Cougars will start things off here. Lily Hunt to serve first in set two. Hunt tallied 2 service aces in one series back in set one, so must have the magic touch as she's back there now. However, that one not so magic as it'll be service error. Point number 1 of set 2 goes Marian's way. Serving now is Pihowski. Good play there by Christensen. Now Haywood, little floater. Marian, big block there by Michaela Levoy. Now this one, Kovakovic. Haywood now for the kill. Oh, what a rocket played by Pichowski though. And now Levoy tries a little floater. Now a floater from Marian. Christensen in the back to play on it. Haywood now another rocket. This one hits Reagan Brown on its way out. We're tied up at 1 here in set 2. Grace Haywood unleashing some absolute rockets here in set 2 to start off. Isabel Vernango to serve. Good serve. Lauren Massey started it for the Sabres. Now Julia Beers. Kate Foley goes for the attack. Massey's there once again. And Haywood's going to take her shot at it, and it goes out of bounds off some Sabres fingertips. So, point number 2 of the set for the Cougars. They take the 2-1 lead. Set 1 was a back and forth affair in the early goings before Marian was able to get a little bit of separation towards the end. So far, early set looks like a repeat as big block there by Marian. Now Beers, Christensen, Massey, Tapia. And slowed down by some Cougars blockers up front. Now some Marian blockers doing their job, giving their team a chance to get something going. Another block there by the Cougars. And this one hits the top of the net, goes down. So Cougars up by 2 now, 3-1. Isabel Vernango to serve. Once more. 1 kill on the night for Vernango, 10 assists. She's in double digits now as Marian off the fingertips of Foley and Levoy. Haywood's just got to send that over. Hit a pin, it looked like, on its way over. So Marian back down by 1, 3-2. Tapia back to serve. Tapia serve played high by Beers. Christensen now. Vernango sends that over. Here's Tapia again, sets up her teammate Merrill, whose attack is slowed down by the Cougars defense. And this one finds its way inside for the Cougar kill. Kill by Grace Haywood, number 7 on the match, now has a 2-kill lead for the match lead over Riley Shores of Marian. And Massey, here goes Caitlin Merrill, and that finds its way into a corner. Sabres pull back within 1, 4-3. Couple of substitutions made. Anya Unger back in the front row, and going back to serve now is number 24, Andrea Miller. Miller's serve is over. Haywood, Vernango, here goes Katie Stonich, and good block up front. Good recovery by Julia Beers, though. This one off the blocker's hands and up in the air, and Beers keeps it alive. Here goes Stonich now. Good block. Beers is there again. And now Kate Foley gets the kill. Julia Beers doing what she normally does defensively. Those attacks kept getting blocked right back at her, and she kept it alive long enough for Kate Foley to eventually get the kill and put the Cougars up by 2, 5-3. Beers' serve is played by Jessica. Tapia now. Merrill, big block up front, and it's out of bounds. Referees had to confirm a little bit, but call was made. 4 serving 5 now. Jessica in the white Marian jersey with blue sleeves, playing libero for the Sabres. Her serve is smacked over Haywood. A little bit of a misplay, but Isabel Vernango able to help her out, keep it going. And now Marian just has to get this one over, and they do, out of bounds, however. So 6 serving 4 now, Sophie Kovakovic. And by Miller. Now Jessica sent over by Merrill. And that's a strong attack played by Jessica though. But whistle blown, Cougar point as Sabres get tagged with the 2-touch rule. Kovakovic to serve now. And that's a service ace, a clean one at that. Jessica just had a misread. Didn't even get a piece of it. So misread from Jessica builds the lead to 4 now for CUC. Kovakovic's serve. Tapia now. Here goes Merrill. Forces it over. Kovakovic can't get a good enough angle as that goes out of bounds. The lead shrinks down to 3 now in favor of the Cougars. Caitlin Merrill to serve. Beers to Vernango. Here goes Stonich. Emphatic block up front. Beers now to Haywood. Sends it over from the back row. Tapia. Here goes Unger. Beers keeps it alive. So does Vernango. The hit from Stonich eventually turns into a Cougar point. A little bit of back and forth there. The lead back up to 4 now. Christensen to serve, 9-5. Favor of her Cougars. Tapia puts it up, and a big strike there, and that one just off the arms of Kovakovic and out of bounds. Not much she can do on that absolute missile from Piechowski. Unger's out, Miller's out. Coming in is number 6, Riley Shores, as well as Lauren Massey to serve. Massey's serve is over. Kovakovic. Vernango. Here goes Haywood, and Haywood making Reagan Brown do some acrobatics. Goes out of bounds off her hands and results in Cougar point number 10. Up by 4 here in set 2. Lily Hunt serving now for CUC. Massey. Tapia. Here goes Piechowski. Now Haywood, a big strike, hits a pin though on its way through, and that'll result in the Marian point. 7 serving 10 now. Piechowski back for Marian to serve. Piechowski, good serve. Here goes Christensen, and big good block there from Vernango. And another block just from Vernango and Levoy. Now Vernango's going to set up Haywood. Now Marian sends it over. Kovakovic keeps it going. So does Grace Haywood. Whistle blown. Point Sabres. 4-touch called on the Cougs. So 8 serving 10 now. It's still Piechowski. Piechowski serve. A good one to Christensen. Now Vernango. Piechowski. Her momentum was carrying her forward. She still got back for that play. And now a little floater from Haywood, and it stayed alive. Oh, it looked like it stayed alive. Piechowski almost got a piece of it. Instead, it's called Cougars point. 11-8 now. Vernango to serve for CUC. Vernango, Massey, and a good strike there, Grace Haywood. But it's called Marian point. 2-touch called on CUC. Haywood absolutely sent that one into the gym floor here in Geisman, but refs caught something illegal, so instead results in the Sabres point. Now Haywood trying to get that one back, can't after Massey's able to play it, and Good play there by Shores to get her Sabres a point. Sophomore outside hitter from Rockton, Illinois. And Haywood gets the kill for the Cougars. Haywood to serve now. Her team up 12-10 on the Sabres. Stonich sent that one right into the face of Shores. The Sabres can't recover. Cougars lead up to 13, lead up to 3 now, 13 serving 10. Haywood. Serve is over. Jessica. Tapia. Shores play blown dead. 4-touch called. Lead back down to 2. It's where the lead's been all of set number 2, just about. A lot of 2-point leads, 3-point leads, 4-point leads, some 1-point leads, but anytime the Cougars try to really jump ahead of the Sabres, Marian comes back and is able to close that gap back down to about 2 or so, as Stonich now sends it to Haywood, who's going to send that freebie over. Unger, Tapia, Merrill, Haywood, Vernango, and here goes a kill from Stonich, and she gets it. A sprawling dig attempt from Andrea Miller proves unfruitful. The Cougars got that lead to 3 now. Julia Beers to serve. Beers, Here goes Jessica Tapia. Merrill, a little floater, and smart play there by number 7 in blue, Levoy and Foley. Intimidating blockers up front, so Merrill just sent it right over the top of their hands. Died down right behind their backs. Sophie Kovakovic couldn't get there in time and pulls the Sabres back within 2 as Beers now sets up Stonich, who has to send the free ball over. Tapia to Merrill off the blocker's hands, played by Haywood. Here goes Stonich, now a little floater. Good play by Tapia. And here goes Merrill off the blocker's hands. One-handed dig there from Grace Haywood, and a kill from Marian finally materializes. Dealing the final blow was Pichowski, and Sabres down by only 1 now. Cougars have had a lot of multi-point leads throughout set 2 here, and Sabres got that down to 1. See if they can tie it up now. Here goes Vernango. Foley and Miller. Her dig goes into the net. Sabres unable to recover from it. Sophie Kovakovic. And that dig from Jessica goes out of bounds. So service ace for number 19 in white. Service ace number 2 on the night for Kovakovic. On the season, it's number 19. So goes Tapia to Merrill. Big strike there. Slowed down by some blockers enough that Haywood could play it. And now talking about blockers, there's Marian. Stonich is going to go for it again. Puts a little bit more of arc on this one. And speaking of arc, there goes Pichowski for the kill. And she's tying her shoe. 16-14 our score here in set 2. Cougars up on Marian. Marian up in the match, 1-0. Cougars looking to avoid falling into that dreaded 2-0 set hole as Katie Stonich, Lily Hunt. Oh, great play by Andrea Miller to keep things going. Pichowski, her attack is stopped by the Cougars. Hunt, she gets her kill at the end of the day. A big running attempt there off the hands of Unger and out. 17, serving 14. Brooke Christensen in to do it for CUC. Number 26 in white, freshman on this Cougar squad. Her serve was good. Pahowski, a little too much mustard on that one. It's sent out of bounds. That serve goes out of bounds. (15) serving 18. Lauren Massey comes in to do it for the Sabres. Lauren Massey for Christensen. Here goes Vernango. Haywood, a little one-handed attempt, stopped up front by Pahowski. Now Pahowski's going to try and get a kill, and she does as it goes off some Cougar fingertips before flying out of bounds. Lead back down to 2 for CUC. And a strong serve there from Massey. Kovakovic is on top of it, however. Now Tapia sent that one over, a backing up dig from Beers, or played by Deers. Oh, and a fantastic play there from Reagan Brown. Keeps her team alive for a little longer at least. Haywood tries to finish them off, but she can't. Now Tapia to Shores. Good volley going on here in set 2, but it ends there. Brown can't pull off the back-to-back pancakes, and instead it'll be Cougars point number 19, up by 3 on Marian. Now Reagan Brown, and a great kill there from Pahowski, and she immediately runs back to serve. She wants to keep this game moving along as her team now down by only 2. Neither team has really gone on a big run here in set 2, so that 2-3 point lead the Cougars have really lasted all set as Sabres pull within 1 now. Pahowski, great dig there by Beers, just able to get her hands on it, and now Shores off the Cougars block and out, and we have a tied ball game here in set 2, 19 points apiece. Pahowski to serve once again. Julia Beers, Vernango, Grace Haywood, great play by Vernango. Now Christensen's going to send her attack over, and it's stopped by the Sabres. Shores gives the Sabres the lead, and that's going to force Troy Campbell to call timeout here in set 2. Marian, they take the 20-19 lead over the Cougars. We'll be back in just a minute on the Cougar Sports Network. Cougars, they trail the Sabres by 1, 20-19 here in set 2. Cougars led for most of the set, but a late recent push from Marian has changed the tides of things, and They've put the team in blue in front by 1. They're just 5 points away from taking a commanding 2-0 lead here in tonight's matchup. Meanwhile, the Cougars, they got to score 6 to tie things up at 1 set apiece. Kovakovic able to play the serve, but doesn't stand for long as 2-touch slapped on CUC. 21-19 the score. Now Pichowski, Christensen to Vernango, and now here goes a little flip from Haywood. And Tapia, oh, good one-handed play there by Christensen, and a strong strike from Haywood goes out of bounds. 22-19 stands our score. Sabres up as Kovakovic's dig goes out of bounds, and Sabres just 2 away from taking a set 2 that the Cougars led for most of the time, and all of a sudden a late Marian push has got them just 2 points away from taking that 2-0 lead here, and a good play by Christensen, and now a good strike there, but good block up front by Marian, keeps up their chances. Haywood pops it up for Vernango, who pops it back to Haywood, and that little floater finally gets the Cougars back in the score column, 23-20. Vernango going back to serve. They got some work to do to make up this 3-point difference, closing in on the end of set 2 here. Vernango serve. Here goes Tapia. Now Shores sends it over for Vernango to play. And now Haywood's just going to send that over for Jessica to play. Tapia, the strong kill, and a great play by Brooke Christensen. Keeps it moving for the Cougars. And a one-handed attempt there from Haywood goes nowhere. Shores, big block up front. And point goes to the Cougars. It hit the pin. 21 serving 23 now. Isabel Vernango to do it again. Vernango 2 kills on the night, 21 assists. The junior setter, usually the lead assist getter for the Cougars. So Coach Tyler Wills is going to take a timeout now for Marian. We're going to stay here for the next minute. So after tonight's game, the Cougars will be back in here tomorrow afternoon, 12 p.m. first serve time, as the Green Knights of St. Norbert College take a trip down to River Forest for a little afternoon women's volleyball. But in the meantime, we want to remind all Cougar fans, be sure to check out our YouTube page, CUC Sports, for new digital content, interviews, and all broadcasts on the Cougar Sports Network. Now, you can become a channel member for just $5 a month and receive exclusive access to content and the ability to participate in live chats during the broadcast. We'd like to say thank you and shout out our most recent member who joined, Dara Bartels. Actually just joined it during this game, so Dara, thank you for your contribution and your support. But if you don't want to become a member, you can still donate to the Athletic Communications Department here at CUC. All you have to do is click the thank button on any video. If you do want to become a member, please click the join button. But no matter what you do, just know that we very much appreciate your support as timeout is over. Back in action here in Geisman. Christensen, Vernango sends the free ball over. Jessica, Tapia, here goes Shores, and it hits the corner. Marian at set point now. (24) serving 21. Tapia, their number 9 in blue. The junior setter. The Cougars junior setter, Isabel Vernango, sets up Grace Haywood, who finishes off the play. Brings her team back within 2 now, 24-22, Sabres lead. Grace Haywood to serve, wipes off the shoes, makes sure she's all set. No room for error right now for the Cougars. Got to play pretty much perfect volleyball for the next couple points, as a service ace is going to go a long way. Lauren Massey couldn't get the right angle. And now the Cougars all of a sudden only trail by 1, 24-23, and that's going to force another timeout from Tyler Wills and Marian. So now we are going to take a break. We'll be back in just a minute as the Cougars, they trail the Marian Sabres 24-23 here in set 2. Cougars trail Marian by 1, 24-23. They are serving, however, that is the good news. Grace Haywood back to do it. No room for error here. For the team in white, CUC, here in homecoming week. Grace Haywood, her serve is good. Jessica, Tapia, and a strike there from Merrill. Cougars able to keep it up. That looked like it could have been the end. Instead, we're still going. Now Tapia is going to set up Shore. And a good block there, but Marian keeps it going. We're not done yet. Here goes Katie Stonich, big block. Good job by Grace Haywood. Now Kate Foley, a little flip. Jessica, Tapia, and then now a flip there. Julia Beers, and now Kate Foley trying to tie it up, but Lauren Massey's right there. Merrill, her attack is blocked. And now Katie Stonich, and she's able to tie it up. The Cougars are not done here in set 2. Cougars tie it up at 24 points apiece. You gotta win by 2. So they allow themselves a little more breathing room now. Grace Haywood still back to serve. A great volley from both sides, and Katie Stonich finally able to deal the killing blow. And great play by Isabel Vernango, but it goes into the net. Katie Stonich can't play it just right. And now it's back to set point for Marian. 25 serving 24. Get some substitutions in. Andrea Miller in to serve. Also in is Anya Unger. Miller, senior, on this Marian team, and that's going to be a service error. We're back tied at 25. Now the Cougars' own senior leader player here, and Julia Beers will go back to serve. A dramatic end to set 2 here, and we're not done yet. Someone's still got to score at least 2 points. Julia Beers, her serve is over. Andrea Miller to Tapia. And a great play there by Beers. Both these teams pulling out all the stops defensively. Tapia, Merrill, and Haywood right there, and it's still going, but it's almost played by Haywood. It goes out of bounds, however, and that brings set point once again to the Sabres. Jessica back to serve. Sabres have had 2 chances to end it here. It's in set 2. And the Cougars have fought back both times. They're going to have to do it at least one more time if they want to take set 2, as Jessica's serve played by Haywood. Now Vernango, Hunt ties it again. 26-26. Sophie Kovakovic to serve now. Neither of these teams backing down in set two. Kovakovic, Miller, Tapia, and a flip there from Pichowski gets behind Isabel Vernango's back. And that's going to bring set point up again for the Sabres. Merrill back to serve, trying to finally end set two. Julia Beers, Isabel Vernango, Lily Hunt, and Marian's able to keep it going. Unger into the net. We're tied again. 27-27. Brooke Christensen, the freshman, in to serve for CUC. Neither team backing down at the end of set two. The Cougars especially have faced the set two loss. 4 points in a row now, and Merrill's attack stopped by Beers. Grace Haywood off the blockers and down, and now the Cougars are the ones at set point. They're gonna have a chance to take set two. Brooke Christensen, her next serve, played by Jessica, played by Miller. Here goes Unger. Kovakovic keeps it alive. Lily Hunt, a little flip, and it is out of bounds. Cougar faithful here in Geisman thought that was it. Instead, we're now tied at 28. Unger, her serve, played by Christensen, played by Vernango. Hunt for the kill. She gets it. Cougars set point once again. Lily Hunt. Now she's going to try to see if she could finish it off after giving the Cougars a chance here. Back to serve. Number 10 in white puts the arm up. Serve is off the top of the net. Doesn't fool the Sabres though. Attempt there from Pichowski, and here goes Haywood, a little flip. And right there's Andrea Miller. Now a strong attack from Merrill. And now Haywood again, and this one is going into the crowd, and that'll be set two. The Cougars take it in dramatic fashion. You wanted a show. Cougars, Marian providing it here to end set two. Cougars take it 30-28. We're going to give everyone a moment here to catch their breath, and we'll be back in a couple minutes for set three. We're tied one set apiece here in Geisman Gymnasium. Well, after a dramatic conclusion to the end of set 2, that might be the understate of the year, though. The Cougars, they tied things up at 1 set apiece against the Marian Sabres. Friday night women's volleyball here in Geisman Gymnasium on the campus of Concordia University, Chicago. Homecoming week festivities continue for Concordia at the big football game tomorrow at 2:15 when CUC takes on Rockford. Women's soccer in action tomorrow, women's volleyball, women's tennis all play as well. Men's soccer in action Sunday against the Marian men's soccer team. We see the team start to make their way back towards the court. Grace Haywood currently leads all players in kills with 16. Riley Shores is at 12 for Marian. Those are the only two in double digits. Anna Tapia is at 29 assists. Only 2 behind her is Isabel Vernango with 27. Julia Beer, 16 digs. Reagan Jessica, 13. Grace Haywood and Lauren Massey also in double digits in the digs category. Speaking of Lauren Massey, she's back to serve to start things here in set 3. This just became a best of 3 game here in Geisman as we're tied 1-1. Tapia flips that over, and now a little one-handed attempt from Vernango. She's able to pop that back up. And now a big strike there from Shores, hit off Vernango and looked like it hit Lily Hunt in the side of the head. She's shaking it off though, and they're having a laugh about it. Marian takes the early 1-0 lead. They've struck first in every set so far, and that's going to be a service ace for Lauren Massey. 2-0 the lead now for the Sabres. Kovakovic, Vernango, here goes Haywood. Grace Haywood put an exclamation point on that kill. So she gets the first Cougars point of the third set. 1 serving 2. Lily Hunt was big in that comeback late into set 2. The Sabres kept getting set point, but the Cougars kept matching them, and Haywood strikes once again. Grace Haywood up to 18 kills on the night. Lily Hunt sends that serve over. Now Marian able to take the lead right back. Piechowski, Christensen, Vernango just sends it over. Sometimes she'll pull that little trick out of her bag. They're so used to her as a setter that don't really expect that little trick attack. Marian was ready for it, but wasn't ready for that, as that is tied ball game once again, 3 points apiece. Isabel Vernango, Lauren Massey, Anna Tapia, and a big hit there from Riley Shores. Way out of bounds. Cougars bench lets her know it as well. Isabel Vernango to serve for the now leading Cougars, 4-3. Her serve is over and out. So teams trade blows that go out of bounds, and we're now tied up at 4 points apiece. Tapia, Christensen keeps it alive. Now Vernango to Haywood. And a great pancake there from Lauren Massey, but Marian not able to capitalize off of it. Grace Haywood now. The serve is strong and good. Lauren Massey. Merrill. Stonich. Now pass to Foley, blocked up front. Now this one from Stonich makes its way over, but Marian able to keep it. That one goes out of bounds. And it's saying it touched a couple Cougar fingertips. Marian point. Five serving five. Scoreboard just updated. Andrea Miller. Plenty of Cougar fans in attendance. Men's volleyball packing the stands, also working the game, helping distribute the balls around as Katie Stonich's errant attempt results in the Marian lead 6-5. Some men's basketball players is here, as well as is women's basketball from Concordia. Your teams love supporting each other, especially on a Friday night as Kate Foley's attack goes out of bounds. That'll increase the Marian lead to 2. Now that one out, so Cougars get the ball back. Julia Beers to serve. Here's a serve. Good. Jessica plays it. Now a strong attack from number 8 in blue, Natalie Yankee. Goes out of bounds, and we're tied up at 7 apiece here. Another good serve, not good serve from Beers. Looked like it from our point of view. It is out of bounds though. So Marian retakes the lead, 8-7. Renango and a good block up front on the attempt from Kate Foley. She's going to get another chance at it though, and that one will result in a kill. Andrea Miller made a spinning attempt at it, bounced off her hands and out of bounds. So after the kill, Foley checks out. Sophie Kovakovic checks in. Kovakovic's serve, played by Jessica. And a big kill there from Caitlin Merrill. Nine serving 8. Merrill back to serve now. Haywood to Vernango. Here goes Stonich. No good there. And Stonich, nice attempt to keep it in. And now block right back at Marian. Stonich and Hunt. Haywood. Vernango. Stonich is just going to palm that one over. And a errant pass from Marian put that on the Cougars side enough that Vernango could get a hand on it, send it right back, tie up this game at 9 points apiece. Brooke Christensen checks in for Katie Stonich. She will serve now. Freshman wearing number 26 for the Cougars. Her serve just inside the line for a service ace. Serving 9 now. Christensen. This serve, however, on the wrong side of the out-of-bounds line. Results in another tied game, 10 points apiece here. Set 3. Renango, here goes Lily Hunt, big block, good play by Julia Beers. We're still going, and now an attempt there from Grace Haywood ends in a Cougar point. Lily Hunt to serve again for CUC. So that kill from Grace Haywood puts her at 21 on the match. It is a new season high. Her previous high was was 20 against Beloit back on September 9th. As this attempt from Marian goes out of bounds. The Cougars up by 2 now. Haywood also has her 6th double-double of the season, 21 kills, 14 digs. So Grace Haywood doing it offensively and defensively. Service ace Lily Hunt. Hunt will go back to serve once again. 13 serving, 10. Hunt, 3 service aces on the night. She's been feeling it from the serving department. As here's Riley Shores. Gets a point back for Marian as that goes off the Cougar blocker's hands and out. Piechowski serves now. Christensen, pop fly for Vernango to sets up Haywood, and a good back and forth by Marian to keep it in. Vernango now to Haywood, blocked up front. Marian gonna try it one more time. And this one just inside the out-of-bounds line from Caitlin Merrill. Marian pulls back within 1, 13-12. Cougar lead. Serve from Piechowski. Whistle blown. 2-touch rule called on the Cougars. Thirteen our score here in set 3. Big strike there. Grace Haywood just keeps the train moving offensively. Make that kill number 21. Kill number 22, meant to say. 14, serving 13. Vernango. Too much on that one. It's out. to 14. And Vernango sets up Haywood, and it goes out of bounds. Didn't touch anyone. So Marian takes the lead back, 15-14. Tapia to serve. Now we're going to have a conference of the referees at the ladder. Referees for tonight, officials for tonight, Mallory Roberts, Antoine Jackson, Dan Feeney, and E. Dale Litney. Point stands with Marian. And Isabel Vernango now has a conversation with Mallory Roberts on the ladder. So point stands in Marian's favor, 15 serving 14 now. Tapia serve to Christensen. Vernango back to Christensen, who sends it over. Tapia. Merrill, great play by Brooke Christensen. Cougars aren't done yet, and a kill for Grace Haywood finally happened. Marian able to keep that up a little longer than expected maybe, and in the end of the day though, we are now tied at 15. Both teams 10 points away from 25. Trying to take a pivotal set 3, take a 2-1 set lead in the game. Grace Haywood serve. Played by Marian. Big block, Katie Stonich, Michaela Levoy, and then the follow-up attempt from Marian goes out of bounds. (16) Serving 15. Grace Haywood for the Cougars. Haywood serve. Jessica. And now here goes Merrill, and puts it where nobody is, and that means we are now tied up again, 16 points apiece. Miller to serve for Marian. And that's going to be a service ace from Miller. Miller's second attempt, the opposite of a service ace. That's a service error, which means we're tied up again at 17. Julia Beers now for the Cougars. Jessica Tapia, here goes Merrill. Off Hunt's block and out. Marian retakes the lead, 18-17. Reagan Jessica. Her serve missed by, well, they're saying it did hit Stonich before going out, in fact. Looked like she took a swing and miss at it, but Mallory Roberts say number 18 got a piece of it. Gives Marian a 2-point lead. This one does go out, however. Stonich makes sure to clear the way for that one. And we're back to a 1-point deficit now for the Cougars. Sophie Kovakovic in to serve. 2 service aces on the night for Kovakovic. 19 on the year. Her serve played by a diving Miller. Now a strong attack there by Pichowski is off Kovakovic's hands and way out of bounds. Hit the back wall here in Geisman Gymnasium. 20-18 the score now. Caitlin Merrill, her serve played by Julia Beers. Now Vernango's going to set up Lily Hunt. And that's going to pull the Cougars back within 1. Jessica couldn't get her body in front of it. Brooke Kirstensen to serve. And jumping up to play it was Andrea Miller. She then ducked her head down just in time. So pulling out some acrobatics. Get her team back up by 2. 21 serving 19. Lauren Massey. And that one played off the top of Kovakovic's hands. Cougars are just going to free ball that one over, and that attack is out of bounds. Cougars pull back within 1. Both teams at the 20-point mark now. Marian 21, Cougars 20. Could be shaping up for a repeat of the end of set 2. That back and forth affair with multiple set points for each team, and This doesn't help the Cougars' chances. However, that errant serve brings it 22-20 in favor of Marian. Pichowski, her serve. Played by a diving Julia Beers. And the attempt from Christensen. And now here's Shore's big block, but it goes out of bounds. That lead up to 3 now for the Sabres. And that's going to force a Troy Campbell timeout. So Cougars find themselves down late once again here in set 3, 23-20. We're going to take a quick break and then be back here on the Cougar Sports Network. Ball to the tune of YMCA. We're back here in Geisman Gymnasium. 23-20, Sabres lead the Cougars. Magic number of 25, just 2 points away from Marian. Look to take a 2-1 set lead here in the match. Pichowski's serve. Now a pass from Vernengo to Haywood. Marian, and that little flip from Yankee, Cougars weren't ready for it. No one was in the vicinity, and that brings us to set point. Well, Cougars were here in set 2. It wasn't such a big deficit, but they're going to have that same mentality to bring back this 4-point deficit. And Haywood, she does her part. Kill number 24 on the night for Grace Haywood. Extends the set, at least another volley. 24-21, Isabel Vernengo to serve. Vernengo serve into the bottom of the net. And that'll do it for set number 3. Marian takes it 25-21, another close affair. Marian leads the match 2-1. Don't go anywhere though. Set 4 is coming up. Marian's going to look to close out tonight's game against the Cougars. Meanwhile, the Cougars are looking to force a do-or-die set 5. See what happens back here on the Cougar Sports Network. About 42 seconds left on the break here in Geisman Gymnasium. The Marian Sabres up on the Concordia University Chicago Cougars. 2-1. Marian looking to close it out here in set 4. Cougars looking to keep their chances of tonight's match a little alive, a little longer. Look at some of the statistics from Marian's 25-21 set 3 win. Look at statistics from the overall night instead. Should have said Marian 227 hitting percentage compared to the Cougars mark of 215. 12 service errors for the Cougars compared to Marian's 4. That's really been the biggest mark of disparity between these two teams. Marian, both teams have the same amount of service aces, 7 on each side, but Marian taking better care of the ball in general, which is how they got where we are right now. Grace Haywood, 24 kills on the night, sets her new record for the season. It was previously 20. Isabel Vernango has tied her season high of assists with 37. Julia Beers at 16 digs. Grace Haywood at 14 digs. Meanwhile, from Marian, Riley Shores leads the team in kills with 15. And Anna Tapia, a whopping 40 assists through 3 sets, and she's gonna have one more set at least to keep tacking on onto that number. So we're off here in set 3. Marian has struck first in every set. See if they can do it again here. Tapia and Pichowski, great play by Hunt, but that's not gonna end up as a Cougar point. Marian able to take care of that one. So they do strike once again. 1-0 is our score. Sets 2 and 3, very, very close affair. Set 2 had multiple set points for both squads, and they just kept tying each other as Marian now takes a 2-0 lead. Serena Pichowski back to serve again. 12 kills on the night, 3 service aces, including the one she just had. Isabel Vernango to Grace Haywood. Pichowski plays it. Tapia, here goes Shores, and she's gonna add on to her team leading total in kills. Number 16 on the night. Marian jumps out to a 3-0 lead here in set 4. Pichowski, Haywood. This one popped up. Haywood's gonna flip it over, but Shores is there. Tapia now. And number 8, Natalie Yankee, gets herself a kill. Number 5 on the night. Now builds a 4-0 lead for her team. Pichowski to serve again. Christensen, Vernango, and Michaela Levoy finally gets the Cougars on the board. 4-1 the score now. One serving 4 as Isabel Vernango will do the honors for CUC. Massey, Tapia, Shores, big strike, big dig from Julia Beers to counter it. Eve Dickin now making her first appearance in the game, almost got a kill. And Vernango's gonna feed it right back to Dickin. Another dig. Oh, and two Marian Sabres collide with each other. That was Massey and Reagan Brown. So Cougars able to get point number 2. Isabel Vernango, her serve is over. And now an errant attempt there from Yankee. Makes it 4-3. Vernango to serve again. Vernango, Massey, Tapia sets up Shores. Beautiful attempt there from Shores, ends in the kill. 5-3 the score now. Tapia to serve. Tapia Christensen, Vernango, here goes Haywood, and pings the corner of the court. Brings the Cougars within one, 5-4. Haywood goes back to serve. Mark that kill, number 25. Grace Haywood now. Serve is over. Massey comes all the way up to play it. And now here goes Eve Dickin, trying to get her first kill of the night. Still looking for it as here goes Shores. Dickin keeps it up. Great defensive play from the sophomore. Here goes Lauren Massey. Tapia. And a great dig there on the attempt from Merrill. That came from Julia Beers. Shores. Now Merrill's going to try it again, and she will be successful this time. She's not going to be denied. Kill number 14. Andrea Miller to serve now. Miller, one service ace on the night. Mostly been used in a serving role. She does have 8 digs as well, so decent defensive work as Kate Foley tries to put that over Unger, and that's going to hit the pin on its way down. Cougar point. 6-5, our score now. Julia Beers served, and a low dig there from Miller. Merrill is able to pop it up for her teammates as Kate Foley tries to end it. She'll knock the pin. That lead gets back up to 2 now for Marian, 7-5. Reagan Jessica. Her serve played by Haywood, played by Vernango. Here goes Lily Hunt. Played by Jessica. Tapia to Merrill, and great play by Vernango. Now here goes a free ball from Julia Beers. Tapia sets up Merrill again. And dodging out of the way of that one was Grace Haywood as that was finding its way out of bounds. So 6 set to serve 7 now. Sophie Kovakovic into the game to start us off here. Kovakovic played by Merrill. Tapia, now Unger. Hit that blocker's hands up front for the Cougars before dying straight down. Caitlin Merrill back to serve once again. Julia Beers. And that one's going to die down off Beers' attempt. 9-6 now, Marian lead. Merrill gets the okay from official Mallory Roberts, and she sends that one out the back of the boundary line. So Cougars get a point back off the service error. 7 serving 9, Brooke Christensen in to do it. Freshman wearing number 26 sends her serve over. And the Cougars able to keep this one alive somehow. Grace Haywood, that was a strong attempt from Marian. Unger right into the net. Cougars within 1 now. Serve from Christensen as she collides with Beers on the ground. Cougars able to keep it going, and that's going to be a kill for Grace Haywood. Mark that, number 26, and it ties the game. Isabel Vernango, I mentioned she had tied her season high in assists earlier at 37. She's now surpassed that by 4. She sits at 41. Anna Tapia at 45 for Marian, but getting the service ace for the Cougars is Christensen. They now lead Marian 10-9. This one into the net, so service ace followed up by a service error from Christensen. 10-10. Serve from Massey. And now here goes Hunt. Strong kill out of bounds. Retaking the lead is the Sabres. Now popped up by Haywood. Great diving play by Massey to keep things moving, but whistle blows. 2-touch slapped on the Sabres. We're tied up at 11. Lily Hunt, Jessica, and a one-handed attempt there from Tapia goes out of bounds. (12 serving 11). Hunt gets it over the net. Tapia sets up Shores. And now Haywood gets set up and she converts on it. Grace Haywood, have yourself a night. Kill number 27 gives the Cougars the 2-point lead. No other Cougar is in double digits in kills. Next closest to Haywood is Lily Hunt with 6 and Katie Stonich with 6. And now that one off the blocker's hands and out for the Sabre point, pulling back within 1. Serena Piechowski. Her serve is over. There's Haywood. Now a little flip from Michaela Levoy. Played by the Sabres. Sophie Kovakovic is right there. Now Grace Haywood. Grace Haywood, absolutely unstoppable tonight. 28 kills. The next closest player in the match is Riley Shores, and she's trailing Haywood by 10. Shores is 18 on the night. But Grace Haywood came into Geisman Gymnasium feeling it this Friday night. Hitting 304 to boot, too, so she's doing it on good efficiency as Shores, kill leader for the Sabres, launches that one out of bounds. 15-12, our score in favor of CUC. Isabel Vernango set to serve. And that's going to cause a timeout from the Marian bench. So the Cougars up by 3 on the Sabres, 15-12. We'll be back in just a minute on the Cougar Sports Network. Well, the timeout cut early by both teams. There's about 24 seconds left on the clock, so we're back here sooner than expected. Cougars up on the Sabres, 15-12. Isabel Vernango, a high arc on that serve, played by Massey. Now Yankee, Beer is able to stop her attempt, and Grace Haywood just inside the line. Everything Haywood touches turns to gold tonight. 29 kills. Isabel Vernango, her serve played by Massey. Merrill, her attack is blown dead by the officials. Results in Cougars point number 17, up by 5. Cougars pulling away here from the Sabres, and that's going to force another Marian timeout. So we're going to stay here for the next minute or so while these teams talk it over. Do want to take a moment to shout out the amazing production crew making tonight's broadcast possible on the Cougar Sports Network. Ryan McGee, Janie Turnus working on production, Natalie Gallardo on camera. Down at the scores table, Sydney Lloyd and Kate Johnson. Wayne McLaughlin is down there as well. Carter Gledhill working on the recap. That will be posted later on CUCougars.com. Emily Balaban helping out with the stats. We're under the direction of Sydney Ploska-Slaher, Kayla McLeod, and our sports information director, CJ Selner. And this has been a Cougar Sports Network presentation. You can find all Cougar Sports Network content on our YouTube page, CUC Sports. Stuff like interviews and broadcasts like this. Make sure to check out CUC Sports. But right now, we got a volleyball game to finish. Cougars up 17-12 on Marian. Haywood sets up Vernango, sets it back to Haywood, and it is out of bounds. So that stops the run for the Cougars. And now we'll give Marian the serve and the chance to play a little bit of catch up here. 13 serving 17. Tapia, 47 assists on the match. Her serve was good, and Grace Haywood. Tapia might have 47 assists, but Grace Haywood now has 30 kills for the Cougars. Came into tonight as the team's leading kill getter with with 196 on the season, so she's now well above the 200 mark with her 30 tonight as Marian gets a point back off of that kill. Andrea Miller, her serve is over. Julia Beers. Kate Foley can't get a kill off of that one. Strong Marian defense, and now Merrill. The Haywood popped up by Vernango, and Eve Dickin gets kill number 2 on the night. Freshman out of St. Louis, Missouri. First set she's appeared in tonight. She's already got 2 kills on it, so doing good work when called upon by head coach Troy Campbell. Campbell now watches his libero Julia Beers serve. It's over. Jessica played by Miller now, and here goes Merrill, played again by Beers, and Isabel Vernango kind of stole that one from Grace Haywood. Still gets over the net at the end of the day for the Cougars. Merrill, here goes Unger, and that's going to result in a Marian kill. Back within 5, 19 to 15. Cougars had a somewhat similar lead previously in tonight's matchup before Marian was able to come back, and Eve Dickin goes for kill number 3. Instead, she launches that one out of bounds right in front of the Marian bench. 19 to 16 now is the score. Serve from Jessica. Now Vernango sets up Lily Hunt. Big block. Hunt still keeps it alive, as does Kate Foley. Enough for Julia Beers to send the freebie over, and that one hits the net. The attempt from Merrill goes nowhere. And that brings up point number 20 for the Cougars. They're 5 away from tying this matchup at 2 sets apiece, forcing a fateful game, set number 5. Merrill, that one to Unger, who just sends that over. Now Lily Hunt pings it in the corner. Lily Hunt making her name known as well tonight. 7 kills on the match. the freshman from Greenfield, Indiana, alumni of Eastern Hancock High School. And Sophie Kovakovic's serve is a good one. Now Merrill able to tie up Grace Haywood on that and pull this lead back down to 4, 21-17. Merrill to serve for Marian. Haywood. Now Vernego passes to Foley. But right there is Andrea Miller. Now Pachowski. A little bit of confusion as play went on a little longer after the whistle was blown, but end of the day, still a Marian point, down by just 3 now as Merrill set to serve again. The serve is over. Julia Beers, Grace Haywood steps in front of Beers to play it. And Lily Hunt back at it again. Kill number 8 on the night for Hunt. She's the second leading kill getter for the Cougars. Only trails Grace Haywood by 22. So not that big a difference between 1 and 2. Grace Haywood having an absolutely fantastic night in the kill category. Having a good night overall. She's also got 15 digs. No dig there for the Cougars, however. That results in a Marian kill, 22-19. Lauren Massey, her serve is over. Brooke Christensen, Vernango, and Grace Haywood right into the blocker's hands. Tapia and Pichowski say, how do you do? Send that one right back to the Cougars. They're pulling back within 2 now, 22-20. Well, that doesn't help the Sabre chances as Massey's serve goes into the top of the net. 23-20 is the score here, late into set number 4. Cougars trail the Sabres 2-1. They have to win this set to force game 5, or else Marian's going home a champion of tonight's matchup. Now Pichowski, a little flip and a kill. (23-21) in favor of the Cougars. Here goes Pichowski. Her serve just over the top of the net. Brooke Christensen has to make a effort to get there, and Tapia sets up Shores. Brooke Christensen says not so fast. Shores, though, makes a defensive play now. Yankee gets the kill for the Sabres. And all of a sudden, we have a 1-point match on our hands, which is going to force Troy Campbell to call out a timeout for the Cougars. His CUC team up 23-22 on Marian. Come see the end of set 4 right after this break. (23-22) is our score here, late in set 4. Cougars up on the Sabres. You're watching the Cougar Sports Network. Peter Borkowski on the call for tonight's Friday night action. Homecoming week here at CUC. Let the good times roar is the theme. Plenty of festivities to commence tomorrow. It's about every fall sport in action at home tomorrow. Men's soccer, they'll be in action Sunday then. Wrap up the week as Grace Haywood tried to go for kill number 31, but I think she'll take that result in the end as well. Cougars, they're at set point now. They get this one. They are going to force set 5. Meanwhile, Marian's got some work to do to get back into it. Down 24-22. All the Sabres defensive players ready to receive. Copy to Shores. Christensen. Now here goes Haywood. And it's still alive, but not for long. So the Cougars, they take set 4, which means we're going to have set 5 here in Geisman Gymnasium on this Friday night. So Cougars take this one 25-22, but don't go anywhere. The do or die set 5 is here. Come find out who wins it here on the Cougar Sports Network. About 50 seconds left on the clock before we start the big set 5 here in Geisman Gymnasium on this Friday night. Marian and the Cougars tied up at 2 sets apiece. It's going to be the first to 15 win by 2 here in set 5. Cougars, they're looking for win number 7 on the year, number 2 conference win on the year. Meanwhile, Sabres looking to improve to 6-16, 3-3 in conference play. We're gonna find out who can do it in just a little bit here as the teams take their spots on the court. Look at some of the stats, some notable ones. Isabel Bernango has set a new season high in assists, as has Grace Haywood in kills. Meanwhile, well over the 40 assist mark for Marian is Anna Tapia. So the clock has hit 0. Team's going over their final preparations. Coach Tyler Willis talking to Reagan Jessica on the sideline. We're about to get underway here in set 5. Lily Hunt will kick things off with her serve here. First to 15, win by 2. Them's the rules here in set 5. Lily Hunt serve. Number 1 of set 5 is underway, and Michaela Levoy tried to immediately get the Cougars off to a quick start, and instead it'll be a Marian lead. They've taken the lead in every set. They've struck first in every set so far tonight. They do it again here in the big set 5. Now to serve is Andrea Miller. Miller. Serve is way over, played by Kovakovic. Here goes Grace Haywood. And a diving play by Miller, and Yankee whistle blown. Too many touches called on. Marian. So tied up at 1 apiece now. Isabel Vernango. Serve is over. Andrea Miller to Tapia, and a big block up front, and it results in the Cougar point. Eve Dickens, Michaela Levoy, looking like a brick wall down there. Going back, and another point for the Cougars. Serve from Vernango. And a good strong kill there. Isabel Vernango to serve now. And here goes Yankee. Popped up by Jessica, and an errant attempt there from Eve Dickin. Results in point number 2 of the set from Marian. 4-2, the Cougar lead. Winner take all set 5 here. Serve from Jessica. Serve from Jessica, played by Beers, now by Vernango. Here goes Haywood, that one's popped up. And that'll be a Cougar point. Their lead back up to 2. Now Haywood back to serve. Haywood's serve is over. Andrea Miller to Tapia. And that attempt is out of bounds. Cougars up by 3 now. 9 points away from claiming set 5. And that's going to cause timeout from Tyler Wills and the Marian bench. Cougars, they're up 6-3. The winner take all set 5 over the Sabres. Be back here in just a minute on the Cougar Sports Network to see if they can finish the job off. teams start to make their way back out to the court. At least the Cougars do. Marian still talking things over. They trail the Cougars 6-3 here in the winner take all set 5. Grace Haywood to serve. Hayward, 33 kills on the night. One shy of the school record, which is 34. That stood since 1996. And now Merrill's attempt stopped by the Cougars. Kate Foley stopped by Andrea Miller in the back line. And now Merrill's attempt goes out of bounds. And now Haywood into the middle of the net. Here goes Merrill. Her serve, 4 serving 7. Haywood to Vernango is going to set up Kate Foley. Big block up front. Cougars get it right back. Vernango just forces it over. And a good block there by Foley and Levoy. Now here goes Unger. And that one threads the needle between Haywood and Beers. Marian pulls within 2 now. Serve from Merrill. And now here goes Eve Dickin. Off the blocker's fingertips and out. And so Cougars officially over halfway to 15 points. Teams are going to switch sides of the court one more time. Cougars up 8-5 over the Sabres. So a quick side swap from the two teams. Now Julia Beer is ready to get us underway. Once again, Cougars over halfway to that magic number of 15 to claim the winner-take-all set 5 and win tonight's match. 3-2, but Marian's going to be doing their hardest to try and prevent that from happening. Kate Foley, Unger there with the setup. Here goes Merrill. Good play there by Vernango. Foley's going to send this one over her own head. Now a strong attack from Pichowski off the hand of Vernango and out. 8-6 the score now. Julia Beers backing up and almost into the stands as Kate Foley ready to sell out for that one and keeps her team moving here in the volley. Vernango and Eve Dickin. His attack is stopped. Now here goes Haywood and Vernango. Tapia sent that one over to the Cougars. Haywood sends it over. Oh, almost got the best of the Sabres there. And this one goes out. So the Cougars, they're at 9 points now. Sophie Kovakovic in to serve. So it'll be Beers, Haywood, and Kovakovic in the back row. Lily Hunt, Isabel Vernango, and Kate Foley up front for CUC. Kovakovic set. The serve is over. Jessica played the serve right out of bounds. Marked that as a service ace for Sophie Kovakovic. Kovakovic now. Serve is over. Here goes Jessica. And now Shores. Great play by Grace Haywood, getting it done defensively and offensively. Big block up front. and it turns into the Cougars' point. 11-6 our score. Absolutely electrifying game here tonight in River Forest, and that's gonna lead to a Marian timeout. Coach Tyler Wills finds his Sabres trailing the Cougars 11-6. Find out if the Cougars can complete the set 5 victory and walk away with the win tonight, or if the Sabres will pull off the upset, pull off the comeback, and leave victorious from River Forest. Cougars 11, Sabres 6. Set 5 here in River Forest. Teams get set for the serve from Sophie Kovakovic. The serve, it's good. Going down for is Reagan Brown. Now here it goes, a attack from Riley Shore as it goes out of bounds. The Cougars 3 points away. Winning this thrilling 5-set game tonight. Marian's got some serious work to do to try and get back in this one. Sophie Kovakovic, her serve is over. Now Tapia, and that one just inside the out of boundaries mark from Piechowski. (12-7) now in favor of the Cougars. Isabel Vernango, here goes Kate Foley, right into the corner, brings the Cougars 2 away. Brooke Christensen back to serve her team. Up 13-7 on Marian, and now an attempt from Yankee ends in the kill. Gets one back for Marian. Natalie Yankee totaling kill number 7 on the night. Back to serve now is Tapia. And that's going to be a service ace for the Marian setter. Marian's going to need a run to get back into this set 5. And so far they've got 2 in a row now. Tapia's going to see if she can keep it going here. And she can't, as that one's right in the net. And that brings us to match point. The Cougars 1 point away. And we have a discussion from the referees right now. Officials. It's over to talk with Troy Campbell, the coach of the Cougars. We'll be looking at something from the Cougar fans in attendance. We're back to action now, so Lily Hunt, as we're going to have another conference with the officials now. Well, while they're talking, look over some of the stats. Cougars rocking a .210 hitting percentage in tonight's match compared to the 184 mark of Marian. 14 service errors on the night for the Cougars compared to Marian's 7. That's really been one of the key differences in tonight's match, but doesn't proven too disastrous for CUC as they're just 1 point away from claiming tonight's matchup. 6 blocks to 3 in favor of the Cougars. That's been strong in that department all night. Kills almost neck and neck, 62-59 for Marian. Some of the individual statistics. Grace Haywood at 33 kills, one away from tying the school record. Meanwhile, 3 Marian Sabres in double digits. Riley Shores with 19, Serena Pichowski with 16, and Caitlin Merrill with 16 as well. 53 assists for Isabel Vernango on the night, but that's not even the most in the matches. Anna Tapia has 57. So Tapia and Vernango absolutely going back and forth in the assist department, the team's respective setters. Julia Beers, 22 digs on the night, joined in double digits by Brooke Christensen and Grace Haywood with 15 and 18 respectively. Meanwhile, Lauren Massey has 15. Team leader for Marian is Reagan Jessica, but here we go. Match point for the Cougars ends quickly, as that's a service error from Lily Hunt. So Sabres stay alive, at least another attempt. 10 serving 15. Andrea Miller in the serve now. Service ace on the night from Miller. This serve is good. Christensen, Vernango, here goes Grace Haywood. Vernango's right there. Instead, Sophie Kovakovic sends us over. Unger. And now Merrill. But Brooke Christensen's right there. Haywood sends up Christensen. Oh, and a great play by Jessica. Keeps the Sabres alive. Haywood now blocked up front. She keeps it alive for her own team. Vernango. Christensen. Good play there by Miller. We're still going. Merrill, excuse me. Vernango. Haywood. And this is going to do it. The Cougars take the match in 5 sets, 15-10 in set 5. Grace Haywood, exclamation mark on the night. Kill number 34, ties a school record for most in a single match. Also ties the NCAA D3 5-set match record. That was set back in 2019. Grace Haywood, absolutely monstrous performance tonight for the Cougars, and the Cougars walk away a big 5-set victory over the Marian Sabres. Well, as the teams give high fives all around, look at some of the final statistics. Grace Haywood, just mentioned it, 34 kills on the night, ties a school record set since 1996, ties the D3 record for most in a match, in a 5-set match since 2019. 54 assists for Isabel Vernango, 57 for Anna Tapia. So great game all around between these two teams. The Cougars, after tonight's victory, going to improve to 7-10 overall, 2-4 in conference play. Meanwhile, Marian falls to 5-17 overall, 2-4 in conference play. So that'll do it for tonight's broadcast. One more thanks everyone making it possible. Ryan McGee, Janie Turnus working production, Natalie Gallardo on camera, Sydney Lloyd, Kate Johnson down at the scorers table, White McLaughlin and Carter Gledhill helping out as well. Emily Balaban working as the stat spotter under the direction of Sydney Ploskis-Laher. Kayla McLeod and our sports information director, CJ Sellner. This is Peter Borkowski. Cougars beat Marian 3-2. So this is Peter Borkowski signing off of the Cougar Sports Network, and waiting to say, as always, go Cougars.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's Concordia University Chicago Cougars Athletics broadcast. We hope to see you on campus very soon. If you would like to learn more about what Concordia Chicago has to offer, go to cuchicago.edu.